With Bronny James undeservingly given the most attention for the underwhelming 2024 rookie class, the late second round pick will continue being covered the first couple weeks into the season before everybody will finally have enough. Never in the history of the association again will the most talked about rookie heading into their official regular season debut end up drafted outside the lottery. These former top picks have had interesting but mostly underwhelming careers. Their first NBA game shows a bit of an indication for how the rest of their careers will play out, starting with Andrew Wiggins. The most hyped star in his class, the 6'7" small forward had all the intangibles becoming a superstar in the league. God-given athleticism, a chance to become a two-way monster, would have easily been the number one pick the season before if eligible out of high school. His hype did die down a bit after an underwhelming one-and-done season in Kansas, had mentality concerns, traded to Minnesota in the Kevin Love deal, leading to a disappointing October 29, 2014 debut, 4-point loss, lackluster 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist in over 18 minutes. Wiggins wouldn't score above 20 points until his 8th game. One of the weakest Rookie of the Year winners, empty stats in the class, Jabari Parker hurt, and Joel Embiid wouldn't debut for 2 years. Never lived up to his Maple Jordan nickname, played his best basketball as the second best player on a championship team, 2022 Golden State, a one-year All-Star wonder. Now with a title under his belt, the 29-year-old came off having his worst career season. His questionable desires remains inconsistent. Kyrie Irving, December 26, 2012, also struggled, 6 points, 7 assists, 2 of 12 shooting. 8-point loss to Toronto his first game. Despite playing just 51 games, the top pick managed to bounce back. Won Rookie of the Year. Cleveland had huge expectations after LeBron left for Miami, but Irving was never going to fill in James's shoes. The multiple-time All-Star needed James to return to reach the postseason and more. If Kyrie was to retire today, he would have exceeded expectations for a typical number one pick, one of the most misunderstood greats of this generation. On to Greg Oden, missed his entire rookie season with Michael fracture knee surgery, an underwhelming 13 minutes, 0 points, 0 of 4 nightmare, 5 rebounds and a block, resulted in a 20-point loss to the Lakers. Came out late first half with an injured right foot, x-ray resulted negative. After undergoing an MRI, proceeded to miss the next 6 games. His body totally failed him. From View the next Bill Russell, waived by Portland 2012, lasted 23 more games with 2014 Miami before calling it a career. One of the most tragic downfalls. LaMelo Ball, the third pick of his class, could have easily won second or even first from some teams. Came off the bench in 16 minutes, no points, 0 of 5 from the floor, 3 turnovers, 3 assists, 2 steals. Teammate Terry Rozier dropped 42, played like an absolute rookie with the hilarious turnover, then a steal, got picked again. Many concerns whether he end up a bust, especially shooting 11 of 42 in Charlotte's 4 exhibition games. Ball proceeded to score double figures, 9 of his next 10 contests, won Rookie of the Year. Lonzo Ball, the hype and anticipation gave everybody shivers thanks to Pops LeVar running his mouth, made all sorts of outlandish statements like how his son's better than Steph Curry or how Zoe will become the next big thing. His playstyle in college, being a 6'6" pure floor general, drew him some Jason Kidd comparisons. Many players amped up every time they got a chance to face him. Long anticipated October 19, 2017 debut matched up none other than with the Clippers' Patrick Beverly, who gave the 19-year-old rookie his welcome to the NBA moment, got physical, locked him down, talked some trash. Ball proceeded to score just 3 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, a block and a steal, shot just 1 of 6 in over 29 minutes, a 16-point loss. This became one of Patrick Beverly's most memorable games, crowding the heck out of Lonzo, played like the rookie stole his lunch money. Zoe didn't talk much or resist. That first game gave everybody the indication on how passive he was, especially dumping off the ball, getting rid of it quickly, then being non-existent rest of the play on offense. Many quickly got rid of the superstar comparisons and labeled him the next Ricky Rubio. Lonzo struggled throughout his rookie season, looked his best on the Bulls before the awful knee injuries, will have a fresh start come next season. Yao Ming missed first 2 weeks of training camp with obligations to China's national team. Despite his intimidating height, the Great Wall intimidated himself when coming to the league, especially with limited English, received massive warning signs about the physicality of the league. Scoreless debut October 30th in Indiana, 2 rebounds in just 10 minutes, came off the bench backing up Eddie Griffin and Calvin Cato. Here's Ming's thoughts on what he felt like after his first game.
How concerning was it for you going scoreless in that first game?
A little bit embarrassing.
Embarrassing?
Embarrassing, a little embarrassing. Not just a little bit, but embarrassing.
Not only was Yao awful in game 1, but his first 2 weeks struggled mightily. 3.3 point average, 14 minutes, finally cracked double figures his 7th game, took some time to adapt, found his groove, proceeded to become an all-star. His career ended abruptly with massive injuries as he was reaching his peak. Yao never had a fair chance to reach his entire potential. Could have easily became a top 75 player. Critic Charles Barkley forced to kiss the donkey's cheeks. After betting Kenny Smith, Yao wouldn't score more than 19 points in any game as a rookie.
He said Yao Ming gonna get 19 points. If he get 19 points in the game, I'll kiss his ass right here. He's gonna kick him.
Ming proceeded to average exactly 19 for his career. Kwame Brown, his name gets brought up most when associated with the word bust until his YouTube stardom, being put in an unprecedented situation with the most powerful figure the league has ever seen. The 19-year-old had near impossible expectations to deliver playing under MJ. A dozen minutes, 2-point debut, 3 rebounds, 3 blocks on 2 shot attempts, averaged just 4.5 points, 3.5 rebounds. Head coach Doug Collins wasn't a fan of his rookie. Former teammate Etan Thomas shared what he saw firsthand.
And I'm talking about all this stuff with Doug and how everything was Kwame's fault. And it was like, sometimes there would be stuff that didn't even have nothing to do with Kwame, and it was Kwame's fault. And it was like he was like the scapegoat, because I saw Doug wasn't going to get on MJ. He wasn't going to say, MJ, you did this wrong, you did this wrong. It was Kwame, you didn't do this right. And I'm looking, I'm like, what Kwame got to do with this? And that's what I saw.
Brown's confidence absolutely shattered. From being on a 19-win team the season before, had no time to develop. It was either instant production or failure, nothing in between. A lot of mental scars endured throughout his 12-year career. Kwame was never going to be a top-notch player, but a solid role guy as his ceiling. 3 of the 4 picks in the 01 class fell victim to the trendy high school to the NBA status set by teenage sensations Kobe, Garnett, and McGrady, who were crushing it at the time. Had Tyson Chandler or Eddie Curry been picked first, they also would have gotten abused by Jordan. Andrea Barani, the prototypical definition of a European bust, deemed the next Dirk Nowitzki, the 7-foot Italian power forward, put up 2 points, 9 minutes, November 11, 2006. Despite already having the established Chris Bosh, Toronto drafting a guy playing the same position as CB made no sense. It took the first pick 10 games to finally crack double figures in scoring, one of the ugliest first 2 weeks for any top picks. First 9 contests, a disgusting 4.1 points, 1.8 rebound average, 0 assists, under 39% shooting for a 7-footer, simply unacceptable on all levels. Barani will always be remembered for his lack of b-ball IQ and worst player to ever average above 21 points in a season. Cunningham, a disgusting 32 and 106 record first 3 seasons. Given the rise of tall point guards like Ben Simmons, listed 6'8" in college only to be 6'6" in the NBA. Missed his first 4 games with ankle problems before recording 2 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists in 19 minutes, 1 of 8 shooting a win over Orlando, went 0 of 5 from 3, proceeded to shoot 7 of 39 from the field first 3 games, still has high ceiling at age 23 now, but easily one of the most overlooked number 1 picks. Nobody will be talking about him unless Detroit starts winning. Anthony Bennett, who changed the definition of what truly resembles being a bust. The most random number 1 pick of the century, not only completely crumbled in the NBA, but became the biggest laughingstock. Not only was his debut bad, Bennett didn't even make a goddamn basket till his 5th game. Missed his first 16 shot attempts, a reflection to his atrocious career. First time reaching double figures, took him 33 games. On a terrible Cavs team, being 6'8", 250, has no real position, couldn't shoot, too small to finish down low, from blown layups, looked like he was throwing games away on purpose. the only NBA player the last 10 years rookie Bronny James might actually be better than. Cavs announcer even shocked when the 20-year-old made his first basket.
Be able to add some muscle.
Knocking it down is Anthony Bennett. Welcome to the club, baby. Welcome to the NBA, young fella.
Even when he scores, announcer couldn't believe it.
Pair of rookies.
Put the ball on the floor. Go.
Bennett leads. Scores under control.
Out the league entirely by age 23, an absolute embarrassment of a travesty. Another all-time embarrassing debut. Thankfully, he wasn't the most hyped in his draft, picked only behind LeBron, 2 minutes his first game. Darko didn't even attempt a single shot. If James wasn't in the historic 03 class, Milicic would have been talked about potentially the biggest bust all time. Didn't even score a point till his 9th game. Only once as a rookie did he make more than 2 baskets in a contest, completely lost his passion for basketball while riding the bench, one of those 7-footers with the physical tools who didn't like the game to begin with. A couple of these guys became stars in their own rights, leaving their disastrous first game behind, while most of them never reached their full potential. Some others simply shouldn't have been picked first overall to begin with, given the awful debuts. Most embarrassing one, easily Anthony Bennett, given his historically terrible rookie season, how his career will forever be remembered. Could it be possible the most hyped rookie from the 2024 class having an even worse debut than Bennett himself? Stay tuned for more unique topics. See y'all next video.